Hi, Mama. Have you ever followed your schedule? You've checked off everything in the planner. You have shown up for your kids, your job, your church, and yet you still felt exhausted, totally exhausted at the end of the day. I have been there, and today I want to show you why doing everything right, it still left me running on empty. It still left me running on empty. Hi, Mama. I am Felicia Ball, and I am a time stewardship coach and founder of the Blissful Mom Blueprint. I help high achieving Christian moms like you to manage your time with faith and purpose so that you can ditch the burnout and live with peace and grace. In today's video, we're going to be talking about something real. We're going to be talking about why I still felt burnt out even when I was doing everything right. So, in today's video, we're going to be talking about again something real. Because what happens when you are organized, you have planned, you have praying, and you still feel overwhelmed. You are still overwhelmed. That was me. In different seasons of my life, that was me, you guys. I was checking all the boxes and still silently asking God, why, God? Why am I still so tired? Why am I still so overwhelmed? Why am I still so burnt out and burdened? And if you're walking through a season where it seems like everything looks right, but it just feels wrong. It looks right. It seems like you're doing the right things, but it just feels wrong. It just not connecting. Then this message is for you. This message is for you. So let's just get right down to the nitty gritty. Let's talk about number one, the first step. Let's talk about the hidden burnout behind doing it all. The hidden burnout behind doing it all. You see, burnout isn't always caused by shackles. Okay. Burnout isn't always caused by shackles. Sometimes it hides behind control. Sometimes that burnout, it hides behind control. Well, how does it hide behind control? I was doing the devotions as I thought so. I was doing my devotions. I was trying to prep and plan my meals for the evening time. Of course, attending my work full time. I was attending my work meetings, school meetings, everything that I had to do in reference to my son's school activities. Just trying to be that super mom. I always tried to be that super mom, you guys. And still, I felt spiritually and emotionally empty. In certain seasons of my life, I felt spiritually and emotionally empty, even though I was doing all of these right things per se. So that's when God began to deal with me. He began to show me the truth. He began to show me the truth that truth was that I wasn't leaving room. I wasn't leaving any room for him to carry the load. I was trying to carry the load, everything, be that super mom. I wasn't leaving any room for him to carry the load. I was always operating in my strength, in my physical strength, and not in his rhythm, not in his grace. And when we're operating in our own strength, then it's going to bring about overwhelm. It's going to bring stress. Um, It's going to bring burnout. It's going to bring all those things that causes us to lose our physical strength and energy. We're going to be drained mentally, physically, and emotionally because we're trying to do all of these things in our own strength, but not in his rhythm. So let's do let's talk about some truth for a moment. Let's do a truth check. Just because our calendar is full, a lot of times our calendars are full, they're jam packed, but our spirit man is running on empty. Our spirit man is running on empty, and we're trying to operate from that calendar within our own strength, but our spirit man is the calendar is full, but our spirit man is on empty. It's running on empty. Number two, why spiritual disconnection fuels physical exhaustion. When we are spiritual disconnected, it is going to bring about physical exhaustion. You know why? Because we have disconnected ourselves from the vine. We are disconnected from our power source. We are disconnected from the vine. We are to abide in him and he in us, and we will bear much fruit. We bear much fruit because we're staying connected to the vine, to what brings us strength and nourishment and energizes us, staying connected to the vine. So being spiritually disconnected fuels physical exhaustion. Would you not agree? So when we're constantly pouring out without reconnecting to the source. We're constantly pouring out, putting out without reconnecting to the power source, without reconnecting to the vine, which is the source. Without him, the word says we can't do nothing in John chapter 15. So I realized that I was managing time. I was trying to managing my time, but not stewarding it well. I wasn't stewarding my time well. Time stewardship. I wasn't stewarding it well, and I wasn't doing in his rhythm. I wasn't doing it in his rhythm. Time stewardship, it is about more. Time stewardship is more. When we talk about time management, time stewardship is about more than just productivity. I think it has been, constantly talked about and shared over the years. Yes, we want to be productive, and we should be productive. God wants and desires for us to produce. Yes, to produce. But time stewardship, it is more than just productivity. It's about aligning our pace with God's peace. Aligning your pace daily. Aligning your pace daily with the peace and the peace of God and the guidance of God. He said he will order our steps. The steps of a good man, that they are ordered by the Lord. If we would seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness in the first part of our morning, make him our first priority, we will be able to align our pace with God's peace. We will be able to flow in his rhythm because we are acknowledging him. When we are seeking him first, his kingdom and his righteousness, and we are acknowledging him in all of our ways, the first fruit of the morning, then we will be able to align outline our pace with God's peace and his rhythm. And when you're walking in spiritual misalignment, even good things can become draining. Think about that. When you're walking in spiritual misalignment, even the good things can become draining. Psalms 127:2, it reminds us that in vain we will rise up early and stay up late, toiling for food to eat. For he grants sleep to those he loves. He grants sleep to those that he loves. So let's talk about step number 3. Let's talk about the signs that you are experiencing um, invisible burnout, the signs that you are experiencing invisible burnout. So, um, I want to share three signs um, that I was burning out without even knowing that. You can experience burnout without sometimes even knowing that you are experiencing burnout. So the first sign is that you feel guilt when resting. You feel guilty when resting, like you should be doing something all the time. I'm sure all of us as moms have experienced that, and I'm sure right now still experiences that. You feel guilty when you rest. You feel like you just got to be doing something. And if you're not doing something, it's like you're not doing enough. It's like you're not doing enough. So that's the first sign. The second sign is sometimes we get short tempered. Even after we get rest, even after we get sleep, we're still feeling tired. We're still feeling not rested. So, we don't have as much patience with short temper, because rest without peace, um, it isn't renewal. Rest without that peace, it isn't renewal. Number 3, you're productive but not present. You're productive but not present. How many times have you been doing things, but you're just going through the motions? You're just going through the motions. You're tired, you're weary, you're burnt out. You're going through the motions with your kids, you're going through motions with your spouse, and you're going through motions even with spending time with God, even in prayer. It's just like it has become a duty. It's not something that you are joyful about, happy about, because you're spending that time with the Father. But it has this is not it's not it just has you're just going through the motion. You're just going through the motions of it. So if you see yourself in any of these, mom, then guess what? You're not alone. Me, and I'm sure many other moms have experienced the same thing. And don't even think that you're weak. You're not weak. You're just carrying too much. You are carrying too much. You've carried it for too long without that spiritual rest. Without that spiritual rest. So, step for number 4, last but not least, but we can go. We can go from burnout to biblical balance, to biblical harmony. We can make that shift. That shift is possible in your life. We can go from burnout to biblical balance, to biblical harmony. The shift, we can make the shift. Here's what changed for everything for me, you guys. This is what changed everything for me. Number 1, I stopped trying to manage everything. I stopped trying to manage everything on my own, in my own flesh, in my own strength. And I started inviting God into my time. I started intentionally inviting God into my time and into every area of my life. Every area, everything that I needed to do for the day, for the week, I invited him in. Number 2, I began creating margins. Not just minutes, but margins, but soul space. That's soul space. And number 3, I recentered my schedule around spiritual rhythms. I had to recenter my schedules around spiritual rhythms: prayer, rest, grace-filled planning. And let me share something else with you. These are the things that I had to start doing. But this is the kicker here. It wasn't an overnight fix. It was not an overnight fix for me, and it will not be an overnight fix for you. But let me tell you what it was. It was the beginning of real freedom. It was the beginning of real freedom and learning how to walk in the grace of God. Learning how to walk in the grace of God, learning how to mother and to be a mom and just depend on the grace of God from day to day. It's the beginning of real freedom. How many of you out there want to begin to step into real freedom? How many of you out there want to step into real freedom? Well, in my closing, I just want to share with you that if this resonated with you in any way, if you are tired of running on empty, how many of you out there are tired of running on empty while you feel like you're just doing all the right things? You're doing everything right. If so, it's time for something different. It's time for something different. So I invite you to join the wait list. Join the wait list for my Blissful Mom Blueprint. It is a 5-section, 3-month coaching experience that helps you to steward your time, and not only to steward your time, but to reclaim your peace, and rebuild your life in God's rhythm. Rebuild your life in God's rhythm and walk in that freedom that He has given us. And the link will be in the show notes. So I would love to walk you through this journey, and I would love to walk this journey with you as well. So I just encourage you on today to don't burn out. Don't burn out, but break through. Don't burn out, but I'm encouraging you on today to break through with faith and strategy. Breakthrough with faith and strategy. Thank you so very much for joining me on today. I pray that this video has been a blessing to you, and please share it with other moms that you think would be blessed by it as well. Thank you so very much for joining me, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.